Okay, let's talk about AI. We hear about it constantly, and it almost always sounds like something reserved for tech geniuses and expert coders. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? Today, we're going to dive into a totally different way to think about learning AI, one that's built for, well, everyone.
I mean, this is the big question, isn't it? It's a question I bet a lot of you have asked yourselves. Do you really need some advanced degree to get a handle on this stuff? The world seems to tell us yes, but the whole idea we're exploring today is based on a big, loud no.
So, for the longest time, we've been stuck in this mindset on the left. AI as this super complex technical thing for specialists that takes years to master. But now, look at the column on the right. What if we just flipped the script? This isn't a small tweak, it's a total rethink. It's seeing AI as a practical, accessible skill that anyone can pick up through practice.
So how do we actually make that shift in our heads? We do it by reframing the whole thing. We stop thinking about AI as just another piece of technology and start seeing it as a new kind of literacy, something as fundamental as reading and writing.
And that brings us to this key idea, AI literacy. Think about how you learned to read. You didn't start by studying the history of the printing press or the mechanics of ink, right? Of course not. You learned by actually reading signs and books and cereal boxes. AI literacy is the exact same idea. It's about learning by doing, in the real world. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? You don't need to know how to build an engine to be a great driver. Same deal here. The goal isn't to turn everybody into an AI developer, it's to empower everyone to be a confident and capable AI user. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually put it into practice? Well, that's where the AI Challenge Lab comes in. And the name is really important here. It's a lab, not a test. The entire thing is designed for you to play, experiment, and just try things out.
So forget about abstract theories or complicated jargon. The learning here is grounded in reality. The lab presents you with the kind of problems and tasks you would genuinely run into in your day-to-day life, whether it's at home or on the job.
And these challenges are so relatable. I mean, who hasn't gotten a letter from some official agency and just stared at it, completely baffled? Or been stuck doing a repetitive task at work that just eats up your entire day? The lab uses these common frustrations as the starting point for learning. And here is the absolute best part. There is no pass or fail. This is not a test with a right or wrong answer. The whole point is to mess around, see what works for you, and think about the process. It's all about building your own intuition and confidence by just doing it. Now, you're not just thrown in there alone. The AI itself acts as your partner in the lab. It's not there to grade you with a big red pen. No, it's there to guide you. It gives you feedback on your approach, suggests different strategies you could try, and even throws out new ideas you might not have thought of. It's a coach, not a critic.
Let's be real. Everyone's coming at this from a different place, with different experiences. The lab gets that. It's not some one-size-fits-all course. It actually creates a personalized path for you to develop your own AI literacy.
That literacy analogy just keeps working, doesn't it? A first grader reads different books than a college student, and that's totally normal. AI literacy is on the same kind of spectrum. The lab is designed to meet you exactly where you are and help you grow from there. And here are just some of those categories. You might want to start with something super practical, like figuring out how to deal with bureaucratic language or automating boring tasks. But you can also grow into more advanced areas, like generating creative ideas or, and this is so important, learning how to ethically evaluate the information an AI gives you.
So how do you find the right path for you? Well, there are assessments, but don't let that word scare you. They're not tests. Think of them more like a friendly guide. They're just there to help you see your own strengths and point you toward the challenges that are going to be the most helpful and interesting for you.
Okay, now this is where the whole concept gets really, really powerful. This isn't just about building your own skills. The collective experience of everyone using the lab actually starts to create real-world solutions for the whole community.
So picture this. As thousands of people work on these challenges, patterns start to show up. The lab can actually see where people get stuck over and over again, what kind of language is the most confusing, and where the biggest hurdles are. And that data is pure gold.
And this brings us to a fantastic real-world example of this in action. A practical tool was born from all that collective data. It's called What the Letter Said, and it was created to solve one of the most common problems people faced in the lab, making sense of complicated official letters.
This tool does exactly what its name promises. It takes that dense, confusing language and simplifies it. It even offers translations to make critical information more accessible. And the best part? It's a direct, tangible result of the community's journey inside the lab. It is proof that this whole model works.
Ultimately, this quote captures the entire philosophy perfectly. This isn't about letting AI take over our thinking. It's about giving us a new, powerful tool to enhance our own intelligence, our own decision-making, and our own judgment.
So that leaves us with one final, big thought to chew on. If we really start treating AI like reading and writing as a fundamental skill for solving problems and sharing ideas, the possibilities are just endless. The only question left is, what will you create with it?